What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for Tyranny of Dragons in the Baja, episode 18. Live from the Baja. That's right. Yeah.
Oof.
Bunch of old men came back from PAX East, chat. That is.
Some of us even streamed while we were there.
Some of us ambitious young whippersnappers.
It was great. I'm excited. This means I'm going to take some dumb vacations here in the future.
Yeah.
Would you like to introduce your little friend?
This is Rexy. I have a bunch of puppets next to me, and my ADHD went super hard today. So, like, I'm just, don't mind me.
I don't know, but I imagine that's how you teach law.
Yeah.
Puppets.
I have Rexy. I have Sparkles. I have Sharptooth.
This is actually a fantastic segue into my new OnlyFans content, which is going to be traditional 1990s praise ASMR, where it's going to be set up, you're walking into a Pizza Hut, and I'm going to tell you that you're a good boy for reading that book, and I'm going to give you a personal pan pizza, and possibly a Land Before Time puppet, and
I had to tell you, the kids have no idea what book it is. Y'all had this conversation recently, so that's a dead market, bro. I'm sorry.
this is
That's rough, buddy.
this is another niche that could possibly be even smaller than D&D.
That's true, actually. I made a booking joke at a meeting one day full of people, and everybody goes, "Huh?" And I left the call.
Nope.
I do want to say that I also have a chicken nugget with a face on it. Anyways, continue.
Good job, Noah.
Now that we've completed the Noah's flea market part of our campaign.
Don't worry. Me and my brother were jonesing on my dad picking up a like flea market 1970s book, like how to take care of an iguana for my nephew. They have a bearded dragon. Dude, me and my brother have been nonstop jonesing on my dad since he sent this along. Got this for Chase. Dude, it's not even the same lizard. It's from the 70s. Oh god,
lizard.
dude. Dude, you'll never take the flea market desire away from the boomer. Just
No.
unbelievable. Hoarding. If they didn't take enough stuff out of the economy, they're also coming for your used shit.
Listen, they could buy it off my cold dead hands.
True. Let's rock through these announcements so we can get a little bit of D&D in. Ted, you're up.
All right. Well, first up, you brought this up, so I'm going to put this in chat. Apparently, there's a new indie short film coming out called Littlefoot.
What?
That, yeah, take a look at the image I just dropped in chat.
Huh.
So yeah, apparently it isn't a remake. It's more just like a love letter to Littlefoot and Littlefoot's mom, like a short indie film.
Me and Ted did not discuss a Land Before Time crossover in this. This just
No,
naturally
I happened
happened.
to see it because it dropped. The news of it dropped while we were at PAX. So yeah,
Yo.
there's an article. Here, I'll drop the article here in the chat. There you go. You guys can go check it out.
Ducky.
So anyway, that's a thing that you're all now aware of. But anyway, I will go ahead and link because everybody wants to just know about my awesome merch store where we launched a brand new t-shirt design last week. And Kendra, being the amazing person that she is, had her friend make Cricut print out the image and launch it. So if you head over to my Teespring store, you can get all of the Dirty 20 merch that you might want in a variety of different options, from coffee mugs to notebooks to hoodies, all available for you to pick up. So
Yeah, I'm getting that.
yeah, and I've been dropping a bunch of videos on the channel, even filmed some while we were at PAX. So yeah, I will. Let's see if I can get this to my mouse not to screw up here.
This man had like 50 videos queued.
Yeah, this is the last one. I just dropped, well, as soon as it loads here, this video today. It is part of a long-running kind of partnership that I've got going with Nord Games. So we're going to be going through their entire catalog over the next couple of months. So
That's cool.
yeah, this one is all about creating interesting destinations, whether for world building, storytelling, or you know, your TTRPG. I build one in the video. We just kind of roll it at random. You can obviously pick and choose, but if you need to save yourself some time on building a location or want a really weird set of tables in the back, like facial hair generator, that's also in there. So have fun. So that's it for me. I'll kick it to Noah.
Yeah. So obviously, you know what's coming here, guys. I want to talk about our good old buddies over at Natropine. Although RoBear did give me a bunch of crap when I was at PAX East and said, hey, man, listen, I understand that you really want to talk about your shit, but, you know, they need to pay some of the people on the podcast, too, if they're going to get all that promotion. So I'm happy to say that now if you go to natropine.com and use code BEAR, orange, law, angry, or salty, you'll get 10% off. And those proceeds will eventually make their way to the people on here. So thank you very much.
No shit.
Yeah.
So,
Which one's
which
angry?
one of us is angry? Which one's salty?
I went in order. Bear, orange,
I'm the salty.
law, angry, and salty.
I didn't even question it.
Just
I just had to clarify. I just wanted to be sure.
Wait, let's move past yours, okay? Let's move past yours.
I've been in this space for 6 years.
Yeah.
And I have never once agreed to an affiliate deal before in my life. And my lawyer just set one up.
Oh, you didn't agree to it, I did. And then I'll pay you out from it. It's fine.
You heard it here
you gave
first,
him enough
folks.
shit, RoBear. You gave him enough shit. He said, all right, I got you.
Bet. Let's go.
Hey, you know what? It doesn't necessarily have to be sex too. Sponsorship also could use some consent around here, okay?
Bear, orange,
Natural pine,
angry,
natural pine. It takes what it wants. You know.
Don't put that on a shirt. Don't put that on a shirt. Do not put that on a shirt. Nope.
Natropine. Cinnamon ain't the only spicy one. I just incepted your show, my guy.
Natural pine. Maybe you shouldn't have wore that captain's hat, sailor. You look like you could use a toothpick.
Hello, sailor.
Flavors were nice. And I'll yell at Noah off stream.
Yeah, I know.
What else you got for us?
That's it. Listen to Forgotten Pats. Boom. Popcorn Ray.
Yeah, that's right, because I want to go Dennis. Adam. Oh, God, Dennis. Ray, what do you got for us? Baby aggro. Moving on to Taffy.
That's fair. I just wanted to take a moment to announce that I have a brand new line of NFTs, and if you use code Captain D Wizard, Manchild, or Proud Papa.
Yo, let's get on that blockchain, boys. Let's do it.
Gonna get on that blockchain, lads.
You didn't let me promote my new coin.
I hope you're ready to get your hands on some brand new Angry Candies NFTs. No, I don't have anything really pertinent. I went to PAX. I went there representing mostly my music label, although Noah and I did some fun stuff with the D&D community while we were there, and hopefully have some neat things lined up for in the future. And I had a guy, an old school viewer who used to watch me in like middle school, who called me a living legend at the Voodoo Ranger booth, which was, unusually nice. More often than not, everything that I find out about my public persona is bittersweet at best. So to have somebody pay me a flat compliment was, made my day. So.
That's awesome.
Must suck to find out people think you're nice. That's wild.
Listen, man, nobody hates me more than me. So when I find out that other people have been led astray, I want to find out who did it, and I want to set them straight.
Regardless of your self-sabotaging tendencies, Noah has been spreading lore about you for so many years. It had to take root. Even I was suckered in.
Well, you'll be shocked to know he didn't ask me if he could do that either. So.
I didn't use your names.
It's good to be
I
back.
didn't use any of your IP.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. We're gonna be playing D&D all this week, so I'll get all the rest of that shit updated when I'm not chronically passing out every 4 hours. So don't worry, it'll get done. Videos will get released. It'll all happen. Ted, are we playing D&D this week?
I believe we are, but I will check on that.
Yeah, so it's good. There's a good chance that everything is back this week. Big boss fight finale tomorrow in Marrowstrand. Wish them luck. They'll need it. Mm-hmm. We got good stuff all around. Wish Thursday luck. They're sitting down for dinner with Strahd on Thursday. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a rowdy week. Be prepared. Eat your Wheaties, say your prayers, eat your Flintstone vitamins. Over here, now that we're actually on the stream, here's my favorite picture from PAX East. You'll be able to see more. Ted's dumping photos. I'm dumping photos, but this was from Thursday with us and Kendra over here. Awesome. My new favorite picture, easily. So good. Larian always has a baller ass booth. This might be the last time that it is a giant Baldur's Gate booth too. Well, maybe not, since they're still doing the board game promo.
The board game's Divinity.
Oh, that's right. Board game's Divinity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this may be the last go round of that set. Man, and it's been awesome.
A while.
Yeah, if you see the little purple there, when you descended, man, I don't know why I didn't do it. I should have pulled my camera out and done the movie. When you went down the escalators this year, Larian was front row center, so you got to see the nanoloid as you drop down. That's always like the premium. Who do you see in the front? It was Final Fantasy, MTG cards, Larian, and then it was like Alienware. Beacon on the left, the stream pods, which by the way, thanks for everybody that came by and said hi while I streamed Marvel Rivals with all of us very tired and hungover. We lost the first 4 matches and then proceeded to go for a long streak of bully beatdowns. So appreciate you, Chungy, Jinxie, Kendra. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out and being on your best behavior, since there were so many children there on Sunday and we were on the PA. It was a struggle bless to clean our language, but we did it. We need to pick up where we left off.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
As you guys have begun the long road to El Terrell, a 6-day wagon ride caused you an encounter, a small meadery under attack by owlbears. But the party did the prudent thing, freeing them from their threats and quickly regretting it halfway through combat. Then you dealt with gravoids that were sucking what was left of the carcasses after you skinned said owlbears. You picked up your goods. We've rolled some well overdue loot that we just quote unquote happened to find in those gravoids that may have been from the Black Dragon encounter that Ray had never got to roll.
Yeah.
And we got you guys all the way to El Truel in the distance. You guys are about a football field away from your final destination. It has taken a long time to get here. Your thoughts have lingered with what may actually be going on with the other caravan of magical items that the Cult of the Dragon has procured, not knowing yet what exactly they have on hand. You bring that knowledge to a new organization, headed to speak with the Order of the Gauntlet. Leosin and Nisam being your introductions, still riding behind you. You guys are headed to approach the gates. If there's anything that you want to do before you head to the city gate proper, now is the time to do so.
I still have my alter self with my elvish form, right? That's still, yeah, I didn't change that last time.
That is correct.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that up.
Did we want to do anything with the rest of us? Because obviously we have the boon from the Merk Grove Druids.
Right.
So we can basically, whatever lead Nelson wants to go with, or direction, we can pretty well accomplish as a party.
Is there anything we would know about El Terrell where it might make sense for us to not walk in as a group of chromatic dragonborn beyond the obvious Cult of the Dragon stuff?
Roll a history or survival.
Survival is a +0, history is +5. That's what I'm going with.
All right.
Okay.
Middle of the road.
15. You don't believe, considering the fact that you're coming with 2 undercover harpers, that you're going to have any issue by being a band of chromatic dragons in this case, as word has probably spread quickly of your deeds in Greenest, because you did spend a little bit of time post liberating the city down in the Merk Grove.
Right.
However, the city is definitely one that rewards traditional militaristic organizations. It's a work hard, play hard, discipline, military first kind of city. The first thing that you guys do notice is the massive crystal that floats over the top of this city that gives it its protective barrier. For folks that have played the module Descent into Avernus, Tyranny of Dragons is set before. The city has not fallen. The Hell Riders are still active patrolling the city. And Zariel has not taken any revenge against this city.
I'd like to relay to the party what I know about what I remember about the city and the, that we probably won't run any trouble, but this city does reward more militaristic garb and appearance, and there is a little bit more reference for that kind of people and individuals there. So
I think a good point of reference for everybody in the audience is to think about a city in Final Fantasy, especially Final Fantasy 14. Think of that crystal and the aether in the center of the city. Think of that suspended up above and illuminating an entire city day and night. This entire light wards the city off from undead. That kind of aether wave is visible within the air. There is a certain level, and I don't know if arrogance is the right word, more of a confidence that is in this city at this time that feels untouchable. People know about its institutions. It has multiple military organizations within through it that are renowned. If you are looking to try to find a band of organized mercenaries that have a purpose, a creed to fight for, this would be the place. There is no shortage of clerics, paladins, or divination wizards here.
At the risk of another history check, given Nelson's military background and would he recall any of the uniforms worn in this city offhand, or would that just be probably too unlikely?
Where were you in military wise?
You mean like what faction, or like where specifically in backstory?
I mean, without revealing things that you don't want to reveal.
Yeah.
Let's just say, because I don't remember offhand. If you want to send me a quick little DM,
I can do that.
I would feel you would at least be comfortable with the customs of chain of command and knowing who the decision makers are and who aren't. Mechanically speaking, because of your background, you already have advantage in a lot of face charisma based situations. I would say you would be pretty proficient in navigating whether it were bands of mercenaries or militias or armies.
Okay, I shot you a quick DM just to see if it helps at all.
Yes. Yeah, you would know based off of that, you would know how to navigate to that conversation. Let's say that you'd be the difference between just being in the military and being a intelligence officer.
Gotcha. Okay, I'd like to go ahead and change my garb as well under Alter Self to resemble more of like what a undercover intelligence officer would look like to somebody who would be in the know here.
So it's kind of a funny conversation. Is it generic and just looks like generic stolen valor, or
how stolen valor is Nelson going to go with here?
Or are you specifically going to steal some valor?
It depends. It depends based on his history. Is it stolen valor? That's a whole thing for another.
Well, that's for you to decide. But
Yeah.
per your last DM, I don't
you're right.
know. You have to tell me. I will say this much: if you do represent yourself as a Harper, you're going to be expected to.
I'm not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, just going to let you know.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna change more my outfit more into like a high colored tunic with very minimal ornamentation that's like charcoal gray, along with like dark trousers tucked in the soft-soled shoes. So looking a little bit more fit and tight there.
It would be remiss if I didn't say that you were looking like a generic Richmond, Virginia Civil War reenactor.
Charcoal gray. Charcoal. Chat wants me to go Cactus Gray. Thank you. The OGs understand. Yeah.
In this case, since you're gonna represent yourself in this fashion, you're gonna make yourself look like a mercenary, essentially a ex-military mercenary for hire.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for.
You got it. You feel free to talk to the rest of the party about your opinion on if they should or should not follow suit.
Now, y'all, I reckon as we go in this city, we can stay the same we are. I'm gonna change here, obviously, but it's up to y'all whether or not we want to represent ourselves as others. I don't know exactly what we're walking into or what sort of resistance we might have socially, but I'm probably gonna go under the cover of one disguise or another.
Do you think that it will give us an advantage with the Order of the Gauntlet and convincing them?
Well, on the one hand, if they respect power and rank and military authority, then I think that perhaps it will. On the other hand, if they say, I thought you were Dragonborn, perhaps it signals to them exactly how good we are at our jobs that we can just pass along as anything else.
This might be a proper time for us to unify under some sort of banner. And I'm not suggesting one that's already been created. I'm talking about specifically us.
Agreed.
So you're talking about just coming up with some sort of name for either our individual group or perhaps almost a shadow faction that doesn't exist that we're going to choose to represent ourselves as, so we don't have to fall under anybody else's rule?
I think that we should control the narrative of what we've done here in Greenest. It will continue to spread.
Truly, we don't want anyone else to steal the credit for our work because, you know, there are people who might if we don't capitalize on it.
Indeed. It will also give us the ability of when to represent ourselves and when not to.
That is a very good point.
Might I recommend a goblet overflowing with liquid under a crown?
Why?
Because we are the piss benders.
Nope.
I would like to vote Nelson to not have a say in this at all.
Seconded.
I have one word for this.
Oh, here it is.
Objection.
Where did that even come from?
What a perfect opportunity.
Where did this come from?
Oh, I made that, buddy. I made that.
What? When
made
did
that
you do this?
At PAX East. We've been laughing about it behind your back the whole weekend, waiting for the time for it to come out.
This is the first time I've seen this, and this is the best thing ever.
Oh,
That's so good.
Objection,
no.
sir. Piss Benders dies today.
I'm not even mad. I want this.
You can keep that name for whatever other ragtag group you manage to grow.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh my
Noah,
god.
you
That's
may be
amazing.
our ace attorney, but your idea is horrible.
Oh my god.
He has a certain
my
set of
God.
skills.
This is amazing.
Well, then what are we? Some sort of Dragonborn squad?
The D Squad.
Don't love that one either.
Nope.
Being honest.
Like you're 0-2.
Mm.
That was really funny.
Well,
Well, I mean, I think we might, like, obviously we want to have like a recognizable name that's not something that, something that rolls off the tongue relatively easily, but maybe also something that doesn't fully tip our hand as to who or what we are right off the gate. Like if you call it the Dragon Squad, and everybody's like, "Oh, I wonder who that is," and it's,
damn, over there.
yeah, it might be a little too much if we,
I agree. Something that is, I guess, ambiguous but also striking. I feel like is the tone that we should take.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, now this is going to sound a little, how do I say this? Juvenile. Well, I guess it can't be as juvenile as what Nelson suggested. But, where we've gone, there has been reaping and thunder. So, something along those lines. I mean, I wouldn't say directly on the nose of Thunder Reapers, even though it does sound kind of cool now that I think about it.
Not bad.
I'm thinking,
We could just call ourselves the Storm.
Or Tempest.
Tempest seems sort of, what's the word? Ritzy. Yeah. I like it, but for I guess a more a less colorful squad. But I do kind of like the Storm. It is very all encompassing and also sort of, what storm? Well, that storm. I don't know. I think.
What do you think,
we settle it
Vaknor?
tonight.
I mean, I've been sitting here racking my brain on this for a minute ever since the first time you opened your mouth and tried to name our team, and it's been evading me ever since. So, damn it, chat, bad dragons. God damn it.
Chat, that's
Oh,
taken.
God.
That's taken. That's taken.
Please.
But also, that would be really funny. But that would be really funny.
It's the
But
year of our Lord 2025. Can we please call ourselves the Bad Dragon?
we just said we can't have a name that's so look at who do we see any bad dragons about here? Yeah, look at
Now feels like a good time to let all of you know that Noah's signed you up for affiliate codes with Bad Dragons.
only if it's a custom mold.
You know what? If I'm getting 10% off that, that's a good paycheck.
There's a market for that. Anyway.
Unimagined dragons, chat. You guys are. We said
Actually,
it can't have dragons.
Actually, we
in
are
it.
literally imagined dragons.
Yeah, quite literally. Yeah.
Can we just have a different name every episode? It's like a rotating thing.
We could call ourselves the Prism. I have seen glass where light comes in as one and then comes out as many different colors, just like us.
Do you see, Nelson? Do you see what he just did there? He took a very, very, very real concept and came up with a good name. I like that.
Right. I still like my thing, but I can go with it.
You know, and I will never fault you for liking what you like. Well, I should never say never.
Wait.
You're looking at Bolas, bear, orange, lawyer, angry, salty.
Did not mean to do that, but that happened today, didn't it?
Oh God.
Who did
No, Prism's pretty good.
Prism's pretty good.
Real talk. Prism's pretty
Yeah.
good.
this? I mean, the prism
Prism's pretty
sounds
good.
great. It also lends itself well to designs if we are so inclined to monetize sort of merchandise.
All I'm imagining is just like Pink Floyd. It's just
May I have a suggestion?
Of course.
Something that could allude to us while also giving us cover. We're here to balance the scales, after all. To give ourselves level playing field with those that walk amongst us that are metallic. It could allude to our dragon kinship without tipping our hand. We could represent ourselves as the iron scale. This could let individuals know that we are both what we are and what we aren't. I am also fond to the prism as well, as it represents all of us and what we've set out to do.
I have rather enjoyed bringing justice to these evil people.
That does bring me joy. You are right.
I mean, yeah, they both sound good.
I feel like that's two very good ideas. Maybe we should workshop it with some people that we don't know. We say the name out loud and see how they feel. If they make a face when we say it, we probably shouldn't use that one.
So like prayer.
Yes.
Right. Sometimes you say it out loud to somebody you don't know, and you're like, "Oh, that didn't come out the way I thought it was going to sound," and they're like,
Oh,
really?
that's not actually what I meant. I meant to say the scale. Not the prism. Sorry. Yes.
Not gonna lie, I've been having this happen a lot lately with this party, so I kind of sympathize with everything you're saying right now.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yes. Well, do we need to decide in this moment? I mean, maybe, this could be more fun over, a small drink or two, maybe.
Indeed.
And then maybe we'll flip a coin for it. Who knows? Let fate decide for us.
Maybe.
Anything else you guys would like to do before you approach the gates?
Anybody else gonna change? What we didn't really talk about the idea of changing. Did you guys want to disguise or no?
Nah.
I handle deception just about as well as I handle stealth.
Fair enough.
I forgot. He looks over. He still has on his dread helm. I think I look fine. He is going to pull up the hood on his cloak, though.
Yeah, same.
I also follow suit.
Sure. I don't know what kind of cloak fits over Almuron's horns, though. I don't know if he's got an option there.
He's got custom horn holes, actually.
It's just a big hood, and now I look like a big Dorito.
Look at that Dorito coming over there.
What's up with that triangle here? It's an inverted pyramid.
That's a Dorito right there. It's funny.
So you guys smell fresh running water. The Shine-Thar runs underneath as this city sits atop a cliff, dominating over the rest of the land. There's been a lot of farmland that we've crossed in woods. It is a prominent scene. up above us. You can get that sense of this place being a holy city. Helm, Lathander, Chimora. All strong presences here. This is a large city. Far larger than Greenest in multitudes. I believe in this time period, it's around 25, 30,000 people in like its region, with close to 15 or 16,000 of it living just inside the core, not just the metro spread. There's an opportunity here to search for mercantile opportunities, service opportunities that you have not encountered yet inside this campaign.
Oh. Oh.
The first thing that you guys notice here is the stonework. In particular, this place is fortified. Portcullis, as big as anyone that you have ever seen. Literally extending up and over the natural Shinthar that twists through it. You can see units of cavalry almost at any point. You can see patrols around the city. When you look up towards the ridge, if you look hard enough, you can almost always spot scouts in almost unthinkable positions on cliff sides. Some of them actually on large-scaled dire mountain goats around the facility. You can tell that nothing is sneaking up on this city and getting away with it. It is an impressive force. For those in the party who have been to Baldur's Gate in character, Nelson has.
Yeah.
I have not.
I have not.
Nelson, with your experience inside Baldur's Gate, even with the combination of Flaming Fist and City Guard, this place, Baldur's Gate, pales in comparison to the level of defense that is here. And with your military background, you can tell these fields are a good place to die.
For those of you who aren't as versed in city defense, I'm not as worried about this place's defenses as I was with regard to Greenest. These people seem to know how to defend themselves.
I have no reason to believe that we will be picking fights, yes?
Not for us. I'm talking about if our cult friends decide to make a run at it.
They'd have to be very confident in whatever they have acquired to make a run at this place.
I mean, I feel like you also have a pretty good chance of destroying a smaller town or village and word not making its way back to any of the major sort of establishments throughout the coast. You go after a major city like this, I feel like other people are going to hear about it, and then it's going to start to draw more eyes towards what's going on.
I think that we definitely need to speak with intention and not get ourselves blacklisted by any of the organizations here. Regardless of what we may personally believe, we're walking into righteous territory.
I tend to agree.
I am here to work, not to fight.
Agreed. Well, I
Although
don't pretend to know much about divine righteousness, but I'll gladly follow anybody else's lead who thinks they have a better chance of saying the right things to the right people.
Well, I mean, this part of our mission is more information-based, is it not?
Right.
Seems so.
So, I mean, it's just we have to keep our cool about us, and I feel like we'll be successful.
Vaknor, there is probably one location inside of El Terrell that you would be aware of.
Okay.
And that would be the second largest temple that resides here, High Harvest Home.
Okay.
Temple to the Grand Goddess Shantae.
All right. Well, I'll say, I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's the right place to start, but there should be a temple to Shantae here in the city, and I believe it's one of the larger establishments here. So maybe we start there, and maybe someone there can point us in the right direction, or perhaps maybe that's just exactly where we need to go. Or just get lucky.
I believe that would ingratiate ourselves with the community if they've heard of our good deeds inside of Greenest. If there's anything that can vouch for us, it will be the farmers.
Right. Yeah, so. All right. High Harvest Home is the place we're looking for. I imagine you'll see all sorts of, unless we could see it from where we're at, but I imagine we could find, look for symbolism of Shantae, white roses, and things of that nature. We'll probably be able to find it pretty easy, I think.
Indeed. Nelson, you would be aware of the largest temple inside of El Terrell.
Mm-hmm.
Helm's Shield Hall.
Yeah. Thank you.
God of the Guardians.
I reckon that after we make our way to that place that Vaknor described, we can make our way to Helm's Shield Hall.
I think both are good destinations for us first before we ever meet with the contacts from Neeson and Leosin.
And while we're going to these gathering places in the city, I reckon I can keep an eye out for any folk that I might know from less auspicious backgrounds, since they do tend to congregate around crowds.
Indeed, I think representing ourselves as the liberators of Greenest, not yet identified underneath a banner just yet, read the room and go from there.
Right.
Agreed.
I am following your leads.
As we continue forward, that first cavalry of Hell Riders is already there to greet us about 200 feet away from that portcullis as we've been ascending up the cliffside.
Mm-hmm.
There are 8 well-armed cavalry hellriders, full maneuverable plate armor, chainmail that almost shines from the light of the crystal up above. Mixture of tiefling, human, elf, dwarf, all pull up alongside our first carriage. Good afternoon.
Well, howdy there.
What business brings you to El Terrell?
We are some travelers that were directed to make our way here for our next assignment.
You notice that subtly the entire patrol is setting up in formation slowly around the caravan. There are eyes on you without eyes on you.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard of disturbances to the south. A tiefling with crimson red skin and dark charcoal black horns. Yellow eyes. Pulls towards you, Nelson. We've heard there's a particular chromatic incursion.
Well, I dare say you heard about right. We just came from ourselves from Greenest, where we assisted the people of that town with dealing with that particular incursion. It has been dispatched with prejudice.
We've heard, but at great cost. Roll
then
a
you could
persuasion
potentially know.
check.
Yeah.
Do so currently flat instead of a disadvantage. If there is anything that you want to use to bolster your claims as being the liberators of Greenest, now would be the time to do so to try to gain advantage.
Yeah. Anybody
This
got
is
anything
to
they want
the entire party, by the way.
Sure.
Anybody got anything you want to yank out and show for me?
I am scanning so fast.
Take your time.
As your DM, I will offer you a suggestion, since we're all running on Pentium 2s right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Probably.
a reference.
It powered Diablo 2. It can power this. Probably the most prominent item would be Thunderhead itself.
Oh. I gesture back towards Ilkun and say, my dear friend here has a spoil of such incursion. Ilkun, show him Thunderhead.
Not to be intimidating, but to sort of drive home the potency of the weapon. As I draw it, I pull very dark, but no lightning, no thunder, but a very dark overcast.
If I am correct, you rolled a natural 20 on the weather check when we started this trip. I will allow you to manifest the weather in this nature with Thunderhead. I want you to roll intimidation with advantage. Nelson, I want you to roll persuasion with advantage.
But I had advantage. Dirty 20. Kind of like a shirt.
Good grief.
Good shirt.
The old 3 and the 4 coming to rear its head.
I
My dice apparently around 4 hours of sleep too. Cheesy Pete's.
This seems important. I might burn one of my luckies on it.
You also have all your dice, so consider that.
I feel like this is important.
Okay.
First impressions. Let's go ahead and
Spend that luck card.
yeah. Well, I took lucky as a feat.
Oh,
so,
okay. Then burn your internal. There you go.
Yeah. Doing that. So RoBear, how's that manifesting itself? Let's see. Where is that? It's the first time using it.
It's literally just the it says lucky and just click it and it'll burn a charge.
Okay.
It'll be in your features.
Okay. Done.
Genuinely, depending on how you do, I might also burn a luck card and roll that again.
Yeah. All right. And then let's roll it. Oh, that was modicum better. Got me up 4.
Yeah.
Ted, will you check off luck for me?
You got it.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to roll that again.
Oh.
Whoa! Huh.
Saw the 19 for a second as well.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I think I'd like to throw my D10 on top of that.
The good news
Yeah.
is first I need to make a roll.
That's not good news. Or maybe it is. Who knows?
The roll from the Riddler.
I don't even know why I look at that dice. I'm like, what was it? And I'm like, it's just a question mark.
With a 24, the words from Nelson and the small thunderhead that you've manifested up above. Well, now we know where that cold front came from, boys. As you can immediately see, a large smile comes across their face.
I smile back.
So it's true. A band of chromatic dragon boys with a chip on their shoulder. That tiefling pulls up closer to you, Nelson. I don't like people misrepresenting me either. For being from the Nine Hells. Well done. Gentlemen, see them a proper escort into the city.
Turn to the tiefling real quick before they turn, as I say. Sir, now, I didn't quite catch your name.
Yours first, hero.
Nelson Alabaster. The Sorrow Song.
The Sorrow Song. I see you bring deeds even earlier than the ones you've told. Yeah. You can call me Commander Zevlor.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Commander.
Pleasure to make yours. As he will ride up in formation up above the rest of the Hell Riders that flank you on either side. Trotting past you, Ilkun, he'll look over to your blade. Nice sword.
Thank you.
You guys begin your way with a hero's escort up and into the city proper. It's going to take about 20 minutes to get there. If there's anything you want to do while you're an escort, now is the time.
I'll smoke my bubble pipe.
Nothing says badass like riding in with your bubble pipe.
Jesus.
Well, Nelson, I do say that you are much better in a fight of words, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Almuron will look up towards both of you and just kind of give you a nod that, like, we haven't always done so great with our words.
Hmm.
And it's nice to just see it work for once.
Yeah, no,
Especially after the intense appeals that we made back inside the Murk Grove. Sound of water, smell of fresh baked goods, and a road of quality in stone that you haven't heard under hoof. It's kind of like that transition when you leave Texarkana and the potholes of Arkansas behind and are blessed with civilization again, with your car not.
Yeah, it's like leaving Oklahoma for the first time. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You guys descend into the city proper on a perfect day. One could say it was almost like arriving in Boston with blue sky and walkability in the city. One could almost say.
it lasted
worry.
all of 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's March again next year, boys.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they announced it's March next year.
Taffy might die in a blizzard again.
Willing.
As you guys go through the portcullis, opening up into the city proper, it spills out in a well-organized set of causeways. Crystal and a light emitting over the top of the city. Everything seems to have its glisten. It's that perfect farmer's market Saturday morning right now in the city. There is vibrance in the air. There are families and couples that are out amongst the streets. There is commerce and life sprouting all around you. There is also an order to this city. People are walking properly in queues. They stick to the right or the left of where they're at. It is not the chaos of the markets inside or outside of Baldur's Gate. The flowers in each box outside of the windows are well tended. Banners are fresh and crisp, representing the shops and facilities around you. You guys can hear the bells in the distance, not just from the center temples, but other auxiliary buildings of divine or important nature around you. Welcome to the city of El Terrell.
Wow.
As the Hell Riders
Nice.
depart on either side of you, Zevlor returns back to the front to acknowledge the rest of your party. If there is anything that you may need while you're inside the city, please feel free to find a Hellrider. You deserve respite for your deeds. He's going to hand over to you, Nelson, a challenge coin.
It's made of tiger's eye? Sorry.
Cooler.
Cool.
It is the diametric opposite of a soul coin. It feels just like it, has the heaviness and the weight, but instead of infernal, and that typical symbol that has become so ingrained with Baldur's Gate. And the god that it represents, on this side, there is only the fist. But instead of just a gauntlet, it is wreathed in flame. Specifically representing the Hellriders. He will nod and peel away as well. You guys sit at the gates with a full city to explore in front of you. What would you guys like to do?
I've done a lot of leading. I want to let somebody else have a chance. Like, I'm happy to keep on driving, but y'all take it.
Well, I mean, this isn't something that I think we need to do right now, but I would love to see if we can get more information about and he looks at Ilkun for a second and he whispers to the rest of them, I would love to see if I can get more information about that mask that we found that one time. I feel like we should know about that.
Right.
Oh, right.
No, there's something.
And then we'll be fine. Yes. And then I think that moment does bother me quite a bit, and I won't forget it. So I would love to know more in case we encounter another.
Agreed.
That mask, what did it look like again? Can somebody remind me?
Blue dragon mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blue dragon mask.
Okay.
I'm not pulling it out of the bag, for the record.
No.
Yeah, just a reminder to Ilkun, it's like the One Ring at the moment. Like,
That's what you whispered.
I'm quite
time
literally
stops.
white knuckling my hands into the carriage. Like it's like you've come up to a recovering alcoholic and said, "What about the bourbon inside my bag?"
So for everyone else, it is a dragon mask. For Ilkun, it's literally turns into a horn that tries to affixate onto him. If you remember Conan the Barbarian 2, that horn that he rips out, that's all I can think about at the moment.
Why is that also something imagery I had in my head?
Because we're old, right?
God.
We're old, and that was our fantasy back in the day.
Well,
Why?
I reckon we could probably find something about that at a library of some sort.
Yes, but I feel like this is information that we should gather carefully, if that makes sense.
Well, you can go about asking some more of the unsavory types and risk that one of them might sell the information for that you were asking to
I
somebody.
don't think I want to deal with any unsavory types, regardless.
Or you can go to the library and read a book.
Well, I mean, that's all I'm good at, to be
I
honest.
mean,
with
he
you.
is a wizard, so I feel like that's his whole thing.
It's kind of my thing, but yes.
Gentlemen, make no mistake, though we have made inroads with the Hell Riders, do not get it twisted. We will be watched.
Well,
No unsavory types. At least we want to be associated with the unsavory types.
actually,
Right.
For 1 second, for God's sakes, let's not try to be a brand risk.
Thank you very much.
that's really
Thank
funny. That's really funny. That was really funny, RoBear.
You gotta
I
work in the
appreciate
meta for the meta group here, all right? This is
Yeah.
Mm.
The actually, RoBear, let me ask you, based on the militarism and martial lawness of this city, as well as familiarity with typical underground stuff, would I have any expectation that I would find some sort of thieves guild here, or would that thing even be like allowed to exist in these city walls?
where there's a city, there's always a way. There's always a way.
But I feel like it's a minefield here. Yeah,
That's just-
You got to be good.
About
And
to say,
just saying.
Don't-
you have to be
that
really
just-
good at what you do.
That just means they're real good thieves.
Just, you would assume, especially with the background from Baldur's Gate, that there are definitely at least agents of the Zentarum that operate here and operate and function at a high level to navigate this city.
cool.
But-
Thank you.
No organization is infallible. Money is money, and
Right.
this is still a survival of resources in a time when those are not infinite.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know what it is about that Zevlor guy. I just kind of want to punch him in the face the first time I saw him. I don't know what it is.
He's so much younger here. So much
I'm
younger.
just saying.
I mean,
I see those shiny gloves on his hands. I really just want to punch him in the face. I don't know what it is.
I mean, he didn't seem like the argumentative type.
Who would have thought in his older age he would become such a bitch in that? So many
He
regrets
seems like he
in
would
life.
stand and fight regardless of what happened.
It took me a second, actually.
Until I saw he got a little bit worried when Ilkun started pulling out those shadows, though, like he might have fled and run away. But I guess he's all right.
I can tell you what, his magic art's a lot better than him and his greasy slick back hair. And
Zevlor. Anyway,
What a guy.
no, I mean, listen, it ain't broke, don't fix it. Nelson, you got us this far. Don't screw it up.
I agree with that statement.
Let's
With
keep it
God.
rolling.
Ilkun, are you in agreement with this?
I feel like that's just a natural yes.
Yes, that is. Many of my ideas have not gone well. So
All right, hold on.
Just
I
the
wanted to
one
address that.
for-
Yeah,
for the
that was
Just the
one
one.
time. Just
But
once.
one time, we forgive
right.
once.
Yeah,
Twice.
I mean,
Fool me twice.
right, we had 3 people in our party beseech that ancient black dragon and their gods for assistance, and we were told no, not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. And we still came out on top. So while running into the cave while we were all beat up and dying, maybe not the best move. Don't sell yourself short. I feel like you
Figured
can,
it out.
yeah, we handled it. We got out the other side. I feel like, don't, if your goal is to take kind of a backseat role and not charge forward, that's fine too. But don't feel like one mistake is just damning. I mean,
but
everybody here's done something.
We are in a place where I am a hammer and everything is a nail to me, but these nails could kill us so easily. So
That is not a bad point.
maybe we continue to trust the guy who talking his way out of fights is the best way he fights.
you make a good point, but you're selling yourself a bit short. But that is okay.
I look very much forward to the next time that there is something that needs to be killed. I will happily walk forward and recommend that I kill it.
You know, I agree. As big game hunters, that sounds great.
Right? Yep, that's exactly what we are. Big game hunters. That's what we do. Yep.
Yes. So, what time of day is it, by the way?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
We've arrived here at like 11-ish.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, late morning. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I think we check with Leosin and see what their plans are as we make ours, as to have a good start to our day.
How far behind us were they?
I mean, they're right behind, so they would
Right.
walk up to the rest of the group. So we have arrived here with good time, Leosin says. I believe we should organize the meeting with our contact this evening. Get ourselves situated, find a base of operations, and go from there. What you do until the late evening when we're able to meet with our contact is up to you.
You got any recommendations for lodging?
Leosin pauses for a second. Most of my work here has been done undercover. I believe you will be able to go on finer establishments than the one that I chose. There are many options here.
Leosin. Finer establishments, all nice and all that. But I don't need to be too fluty with it. Especially.
I do, actually. That sounds wonderful.
Well, then you can stay at the nicer place, and I'll stay at the place where there
We
might be a
should
tavern.
all
where people
stay
will park.
together, but something that isn't.
A hovel.
I would love to not be on the floor or something that feels like the floor. It's been a while.
I see. So they're all, well, a set of popular ones. Is that what you're looking for?
Well, I guess we need something with facilities close by, so maybe, a few shops, maybe a library or three. Just something within range of very useful spaces.
Yeah. And you might as well start at Gallagher's.
Gelgar's.
Indeed.
Tell me about it.
And there's really no one more famous in the inn business here than Gildan Gallagher.
Have I heard of this person out of character, above table?
Roll a history check.
Just staying famous just makes me curious. You know what I mean? Like,
Can I run that check too, by the way?
Yeah.
almost a nat one. Almost a nat one. That's funny. 12, probably not. That's something.
22.
22. Amatti, this would definitely be up your alley, as you have actually heard of Gallagher's inside of Volo's Guide to the Sword Coast.
Yes.
Volo has written about this inn, in particular of its sharp spiced local cheese, salted stews of hare and trout, and specifically renowned for its prawns and clams.
Yes. Actually, I believe that makes our decision. Leosin, you are a genius. That sounds wonderful. I can't wait for you all to experience the cheese.
Cheese. All right.
Ham and cheese. What a combination.
They could have a bag of cheese.
I mean, I plan
Don't.
to leave with one.
So, Golden Gallagher is a retired adventurer and businessman. They are well connected and rumored to be quite wealthy.
All right. Gallagher's it is.
All right.
Leosin, will you be lodging with us, or will you be lodging in your usual accommodations?
We will stick to our usual accommodations
But whereabouts?
for safety. Well, we can't ensure that safety if we all know.
All right, then tell one of us.
He leans
Well, I
forward.
mean, they know where we're staying, right? So I mean, they can come to us.
We will come to you. There are some things that we have to keep separate, as you know who we are.
The less I know, the better. Please.
I do not subscribe to that line of thinking.
In
The
this
less I
case,
know,
you might.
the more I might be surprised.
I mean, fair.
Leosin, did we not just help you save a whole city and rescue your friend? Surely we can be trusted with where you might be laying your head for the night.
My friend, you are not yet a harper.
Nor do I claim to be.
There are some things that require discretion, and this is one of them.
Heard. We'll make our way to Gallagher's and we'll look to meet up with you around when.
We'll do. We will leave instructions of where to meet. Do not worry until nightfall.
Noted.
All right.
Head
You
to
guys
Gallagher.
headed straight towards Gallagher's, or are you going to do anything else before you get there?
The two locations that you mentioned, are they on the way, or like where are they in relation to Gallagher's?
I have no idea, but fantasy-wise, we'll get there.
Helm Shield Hall and the other one.
I believe they're both on like the western side of town because El Terrell goes up like
Okay.
it descends towards like Baldur's Gate, kind of like on a ridge. So I think like if I remember correctly, the towers are all like on the western side.
Okay.
Or no, if they were on the western side, they would be close to the river. Hell, I can't remember. It's been too long since I've looked inside the city. They're there.
Good.
They're there. I'll know by next week. Yeah, sure. when I look back at that city map and I'm like, there it is.
I know that I'd like to look for some stuff on the way, but like I said, I've been leading a lot, so I'm happy to take in the back for anybody else.
Wouldn't it be great if you could just pull up a gazette on D&D Beyond that was just, hey, I would like to see El Terrell before it fell. Wouldn't that be nice?
Can I do that?
No,
Or would that be metagaming?
No, you cannot.
you can't. It doesn't exist.
Correct. That is that's the running joke. Is it sure would be nice to have a timeline because we know El Terrell falls and we know that this game takes place beforehand, but there is no living timeline
That's
for the
really
Forgotten
funny.
Realms.
Fantasy. Yes.
Yeah, it's real dumb.
That's real dumb. On the way, I'd like to look for 3 particular things. I'd be on the lookout for three things in particular, in addition to what everybody else is looking for. 1, I like to look for like almost like a consignment shop or flea market, something like that. 2, I'd like to look for like a library of some sort, or a bookseller, or a used bookseller. And finally, I'd like to look for anybody offering guided tours of the city.
All right, so this is a list that you'll need to communicate to me on the offsite to make those pathways rewarding.
Okay.
That is a full-on shopping list. So,
Oh, I know. That's why I was just like, if it's on the way and you have something already, cool. But otherwise, I'm going to signal it to you later.
I could make those as wonderful or as short as you want them to be.
Yeah. I'll give you some offside about what I might be particularly looking for.
I wouldn't mind stopping by like a nursery or a seedery if they have one.
Ah, yeah, the gardens.
I got nothing. I'm good. I can fish in any body of water. I'm one more ready to go anywhere. I don't need a whole hell of a lot.
Last time you did that, I got in a lot of trouble on.
I feel that Vaknor this entire time has just been making like fly fishing.
Oh yeah, we're just tying flies. Anytime we got a lot of owlbear feather flies now because we had so many feathers to get.
Oh my god.
My job after what I saw happen last time, I think, and this is Ted projecting a little bit, is Ted and Vaknor are just gonna go wherever Amatti goes, so that there's somebody to protect the wizard no matter where he goes, regardless.
Appreciate it very much so.
That wizard detail.
yeah, I ain't leaving his side. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna split the party, but if somebody comes up with a dumbass idea to do it, I'm sticking with the wizard.
Would you say that we're going to make the party longer?
that long party.
That long
I would love to see us get settled, but yeah, if there are any places that look more like they are good with relics and or any of the magical sort, not just like a regular library, but like a, hey, this place is clearly curated by folks who understand how magic works type facilities, that would be appreciated.
Got it. All
Yeah, I'll
right.
DM you all my other stuff. In
Cool.
the immediate short term, I'd like to look around and see if there's any people hawking, maps or like tourist maps of the city, just so we can get early on.
Welcome to El Terrell. Welcome to El Terrell. Read all about it. Daily gossip, kingdom news. What's happening in Baldur's Gate? There's a set of goblins with a fat stack of newspapers. One of them is sitting on it. The other one is trying to hawk some copies.
You know what? I'll bite. Hey there. What's your name? I'm interested. What you got?
Doesn't matter what my name is. It matters what I got here. All the news, greatest gossip.
How much for that little rag right there?
Oh, well, if you have my name, that would be 10% off. But you know what? You look like a lucky traveler. Let's just say use code Dennis, eh?
Oh, what in the price of young in the man? Oh my god.
And since you're on the wealth scale, you can easily hand over the small peanuts of a 5 copper that you're probably overpaying for, but it's okay. You use code Dennis and you got 10% off.
All right,
That's
good.
right.
Code Bolas.
That's right. Code Dennis never fails. Welcome to Elturel.
Does that mean that his name is Dennis?
Anyone who tries to sell the party anything has been Dennis for years. Dennis has been known to become a trickster god and float around between all campaigns.
That's the fun part. Amatti has no idea. He's just like, does that mean that his name might be Dennis?
I mean, I feel like that that makes sense, right? Why would you put your discount code in somebody else's name?
I mean, maybe he just doesn't care.
Especially without asking for consent. Who would do that?
Yeah, who would do that? You know what?
I mean,
that is
the true villain, right? Of all these games. That's like signing somebody else up for some sort of mailing list or something like that. Now you're going to be getting all sorts of messages about people buying stuff with some code that you didn't even agree to.
You know, that actually sounds like a great idea. I'll remember this.
Oh, maybe we can sign up the cultists on some sort of mailing list and then just get them bombarded with nothing but paperwork.
Yes.
What does this rag say?
Well,
Anything interesting?
Luckily, thanks to Reddit and people that actually care to give us a semblance of a map, and thanks to Ted finding this dope add-on that just lets us drop things in. So here's even something I didn't know about Elturel. I didn't know there was this massive garden that's in front of High
Central
Hall
Park.
Yeah, man, we literally have Central Park right in the middle of this. So like we're crossing right over here over the Shianthar and in. You guys can see the number 4 is where the what's that? Shiraz Market Square is. You can see where High Hall is, and I can fill in where the rest of those 2 temples are, Well, next week, somewhere on here.
Next sounds like next week's problem.
It sounds like we're probably going over like somewhere over here ish, somewhere over here. Just like I said, on the west side, somewhere over here on the west side.
Right.
And you know what? I'm gonna make a bold call, and I'm gonna put Gallagher's. You see, there's a couple of buildings that are like shaded in that middle road to the west.
Yeah. Towards the top.
Oh man, it doesn't let me. Why can't I highlight?
It's not a map, so it's not letting you.
Yeah, I guess I can't like. Yeah, that's so funny. Actually, no, I don't have. I don't have control of my pointer at all. Even when I click off the map. Interesting. I guess it doesn't let that function happen when you have a image up in front. It's all right. Most important thing is we're heading to Gallagher's first to go put our stuff down, get ourselves situated, and take a look at that Gazette and see if there's anything interesting going around in the realms. All right. Go ahead and roll me a 1d4, Nelson.
Ooh.
2. There is a rumor in the hot sheets that there is a particular guild that's held captive somewhere in the tunnels underneath Baldur's Gate.
A particular guild, you say?
The guild's name has been redacted. However, it says that they were lured here, charmed by a seductive incubus and succubus duo.
Is it in the tunnels under Elturel from Baldur's Gate?
It says tunnels underneath Baldur's Gate.
Underneath.
The second rumor is Bat Boy is on the loose. The third is Bigfoot
I heard about
made
him.
love.
Thank you. I relay that information about Bat Boy to the party.
Damn, he's at it again.
You mean to tell me he's real?
I mean, I had a cousin, and I could. He told me he knew all about it. He said he saw him, and I was like, I don't believe you, but he had details. I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely a story that they used to scare us as children, but I didn't believe he was real.
I mean, we just fought what might have been a good black dragon in an underground grove inside of a city, inside of a cave. Who knows? What's to say Bat Boy isn't real?
I mean, to your point, that is a very strong argument, but I might draw the line at Bad Boy.
I do not want him to steal my sheep.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's also something about a guild being held captive, and I'll relay the rest of it.
I think we're really gonna focus in on this Bat Boy thing.
I agree. The other thing seems like a red hair.
But what if they're connected?
Maybe he's on the employ of the people that captured this guild. I mean, think about it. Who better for your night op to come in and just capture a bunch of people than Bat Boy?
Or, I mean, that is a great cover story. How else do you get the news to talk about something else? You create something ridiculous like Bat Boy. What is that?
I mean, listen, we don't have this newspaper where I'm from, but I still heard about Bat Boy. You heard about Bat Boy where you're from. How does a
Yes.
rumor like this get spread? I don't know. I mean, something's got to be something.
Clearly, marketing, yes.
Oh, for
Maybe.
fuck's sake! They even talked about Bat Boy back where I'm from. This is if there was a Bat Boy, he's grown into a badass man now.
Wait. Are you talking about Batman?
I do
Hold
not.
on.
I do not subscribe to the theory that a Batman exists. Now that's ridiculous.
I heard he's in Waterdeep. That's a different guy.
Oh,
It does
Well, we
seem
don't go
silly,
there.
like he would have matured out of that with the age.
Right. I mean,
maybe.
As RoBear, tell me if you don't want me to do this. As Ilkun says that,
Objection! Whatever's gonna come out of your mouth, objection.
Can I at least finish saying it?
we'll hold you in contempt, though. I don't know if that's.
Proceed.
As Ilkun is talking about Bat Boy, I want to. Oh, I'm so sorry. Cast minor illusion to give him the make him hear bat wings come from a nearby alley.
Fap fap. Fap fap. Fap fap.
That's a different sound where I'm from. I don't know. You hear that from an alley, you don't go in that alley.
I don't know what they do in your village or where I come from. You don't do that in public without going to jail.
That's what that's why.
God.
Oh,
Welcome
maybe
back,
that's what
boys.
Bad Boy. Oh no.
I think that means that Ilkun needs to make a investigation saving check against it.
Objection.
Damn.
Don't tell these players what to do. I am the DM here. I will ask
right.
for a roll when they need to roll.
You right. I just wasn't going to assume that I automatically won.
I don't even know what to do with that. Like, what?
You just move on. That's what you do.
Dang it!
You just move on. Because
Trying to do shenanigans.
because everyone knows that Bat Boy isn't real.
Oh.
In my fantasy, fuck you. He doesn't. We move on.
You know what? Tough but fair.
As we move past the fappening of the bat wings in the alley,
Legendary event.
you guys make your way to Galagars. well adorned and full of patrons hitching their oxen and their horses in the stables to the side. It is a large stone building, much like most of them inside of El Terrell. This place looks like it has quite the comfortable accommodations. Folks are outside enjoying the patio weather that has blessed them today. It is a vibrant and bustling inn.
All right.
Make our way inside.
Yeah.
Is there like a front desk or a barkeep or something?
So you guys go ahead and check your carriages, get your belongings, and load up onto the inside. I got a map for that.
Heck yeah. Cool. That's a beautiful animated map. Who did that one?
Hey, take a wild guess. Our friends over at Ch4. No, we could have used a little bit sunnier sky over here. The animated is a little dreary. It's
Yeah,
a
no
little,
joke.
it's a little, and you know what? Ask and you shall receive. If you know what, if you don't like what you see, hashtag not sponsored, but you can just go ahead and fix that on the fly and go, hey, you know what? I need sunnier skies. And guess what? You can get that too.
Well, that's fantastic. There's no chickens.
No chickens, but you know what? We got good weather, baby.
That's right.
All right, so you guys going to approach the innkeeper. It's an old human male. You can see kind of has the Pat Riley slick back. Has a little bit of salt and pepper to their hair. They're wearing fine robes tied in the center with good cord. You can see there is a shield and crest kind of generically ablazing upon it. It doesn't seem to have like a Gallagher's crest or anything particular on it. Just carries the general motif of the blue and old gold that is represented a lot throughout the city and particularly highlighted here. Welcome, my friends. I hope you found your accommodations outside to be proficient. How many animals are we stabling today?
How many are we stabling? How many animals do
We
you have?
have 2 oxen now.
Oxen, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah, we had 2. I don't know if we had 3. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember.
We got 2 oxen outside, as long as some carts as well, and belongings that we carry with us.
Good. 2 oxen. By the way, my name is Swolfa. Welcome to Gallagher's.
Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance, my friend.
Nice to meet you all. How long of a stay are you looking for here at Gallagher's?
Indeterminate, as long as we need to be.
I see. So are we looking for a large suite or individual rooms? We can accommodate both.
Individual rooms, please. Apologies.
Does your suite have individual rooms off of a central common room, or is it?
Yes, it does.
look like?
The suite could entail individual rooms for all of you with a common room inside.
That sounds great.
I recommend we do that, gentlemen.
Indeed.
I don't think
Go
there needs
for
to
it.
be a discussion. Yes.
I just don't want Nelson to watch me sleep.
Won't he do that anyway?
I promise that we have thick stone walls here. Your privacy will be at our utmost concern here at Gallagher's. Also, just to give you a rundown right now, we're entering lunch service as it is. We do have beer steamed clams today, as well as a set of drunken muscles as well, all collected locally here in the Shire Thaw. Duck fat fries can accommodate as well.
Drunken muscles. That's what we call Ilkun.
Yes.
Is that what you call him?
Since I've never said that before in my life.
I've never said that.
I've been vocal about not drinking on the job.
Right. I mean,
Oh, but he adds the drunken part because he drink. I get it. He drinks a lot.
Almuron leans over to you, Vaknor. I've never had a muscle before.
yeah, I mean,
Is it good?
I'm trying to think it. Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about, well, they're drunken mussels, right? So it's probably going to taste like some form of whatever they cooked it in, but it's kind of, I don't know, I don't know how I would even describe the texture to you, if I'm being honest. Kind of.
And Amatti leans over. Are you talking about the drunken mussels?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, have you never had a mollusk?
I tend not to try to eat things that are musky, my friend.
I see what you did there, but no, it's in a shell. It's because it's in a shell.
Clams.
Oh,
It's
that's
like a
what-
clam. Yes,
Oh,
yes. Well, now they don't have clams where I'm from. I've read about them. In
This
Mussels
will
are
all be
tender
new
with a
to-
light sweetness.
to
They are
me.
like large clams, but softer on the touch.
Yes. I would agree with his interpretation. Quite delicious, quite fresh, quite local. Yes, so we will be serving dinner this evening as well. We'll be doing roasted duck breast in his sweet potato puree, fine diced sweet onions as well from the center gardens.
Amatti's gonna like physically raise his hand while he's talking.
Yes.
I've read a lot about the cheese. Do you have any of the cheese?
Oh, the cheese is served nightly, my friend. And you can see the giant rounds that are held in the back. It's like those Instagram reels of them heating it up over the fire and fresh scraping it over everything on the plate.
He's gonna like kind of gently lean over to him. Every evening, I'm going to require a large plate of that to myself. If you don't mind, every night that you see me here, I would love to have some of that cheese, please.
The cheese is served complimentary on all plates, I promise you.
Complimentary?
Yes.
This is one of the nicest places I've ever been.
Free cheese.
Free cheese, this is amazing.
I mean, who can say no to night cheese?
I would never.
Jeez.
Yes. Also, in addition, we do have some baked scallops with nutmeg and shallot.
Oh my.
I am very much interested in this duck and sweet potato dish you speak of.
Oh yes.
I mean, I would like to try it all, to be honest with you, but
Right,
you know.
agreed.
I have eaten a lifetime's worth of seafood.
Well, you'll enjoy our mushroom risotto as well. That will be coming with that, along with the sweet potato puree. Yes, dinner precisely at 6 o'clock.
Sounds delightful.
As he
Great.
gets out a set of keys, we will set you up on the second floor. All the way to the end, you have our corner suite. Is there anything else that I can gather for you?
No, I'm good.
Not at the moment. No, not at all.
That'll be plenty. Thank you for now.
Welcome at your stay at Gallagher's.
Now, then, aren't you going to ask him what his name is?
What's your name, dear sir?
I told you it's Swolfa.
Right, but I forgot to write it down, so I appreciate your reading.
Try guessing what that looks like spelled. S-W-L... S-W-U-L-F-A. Swolfa.
SW.
Swolfa. 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 Thanks, Don John, for the totally coherent name.
Yeah, Swiffer. Got it.
Swiffer.
Swiffer.
I mean, this place ain't got a lick of dust anywhere, so I guess he's doing a good job.
We spared no expense.
Now, Swolfa, you did mention that you have nice thick walls here, correct?
No, made of stone, yes.
Can you ask people about their walls in public? That seems.
Amatti, I'm working here.
Oh, apologies.
Swolfa, based on some of my stays in other cities, I do become quite concerned by thick walls made of stone, especially if they're not as solid as some might think. You wouldn't happen to know if walls might be hollow in certain areas, would you?
Why would we intentionally have hollow walls? I don't understand what you're asking, sir.
I also don't understand what you're asking. Why would the walls be hollow?
Like I said, we've... Golden Galgar here has spared no expense.
Oh, you mean like a fake wall? Is that what you're asking about? Like secret rooms?
Swolfa, I seriously appreciate your accommodations.
Wait, are there secret rooms here?
No, there's no secret rooms here. We respect your privacy at Golagars.
Oh, I guess they wouldn't be secret if you told me. You're right. Sorry.
All right. Well, anyway, that was awkward. I'm going to go check out the room. Let's go see what that looks like.
And he's going to whisper, let's go see if they have secret rooms.
Right.
Anybody wants to roll a perception check as you guys walk through the crowd to head towards the stairs up to the room?
Please.
Yes, please.
Nat 20.
Never mind. I don't need to roll.
All right. I won't even bother.
Roll a d6. 5. You notice there is a female halfling dressed in what looks like almost without outwardly saying I'm a druid, very arborist style robes. You can tell that they have done some gardening and keeping. They look they're quality in nature, but it definitely looks like someone who has just gotten done getting their hands dirty. They have dark brown hair and these piercing emerald green eyes, and you can tell by the tone of their skin that they have spent a good amount of time outside under the sun. They have leather armor adornments over these robes that distinctively lets you know that they have done some adventuring. There is a shillelagh at their side, a shield as well leaning up against the table. They have a large flagon of mead in front of them and an incredibly concerning look over what looks like a tattered piece of parchment that they are currently reading.
Wolf is taking us to our rooms right now as we do this.
What's that?
Is Swolfa taking us to our rooms, or did he just tell us where they were and expect
He
us to
told you
go?
where they were and gave you the keys.
All right. Gentlemen, give me one quick moment. And then I'd like to walk up to the halfling. And not to tower over her, pull up a chair. Say, just kind of...
Excuse me.
Hello there. My name is Nelson. I couldn't help but notice the look of consternation on your face. Is there's something the matter?
I think that's my business and not yours.
I reckon you might be right. I just noticed that you have the look of an outdoorsy type, and myself and my dear friend Ilkun over there have a love of nature as well. So,
Oh, isn't that nice?
one adventurer to another. I figure that
Bold
maybe
of
I'd
you
offer a
to
little bit of
proclaim that
assistance.
I'm an adventurer.
Well, you have the look about you, don't you?
Please. I'd rather not be bothered today.
I walk up and in basically perfect halfling say, I'm very sorry, is my friend bothering you?
She shuts the parchment down. All right. What you want from me? She says that back in halfling towards you.
Nelson, why are we accosting this person?
She seemed like she was working through something difficult and seemed interested. So I reckon I'd ask her a question.
In halfling. Say the word and I will remove this very strange person from you.
I am sorry. I have a lot on my mind right now. I do not mean to be rude, but I do not have much time.
If halfling, if at any point you need to offload these burdens to somebody in a familiar tongue, I have spent a great deal of time with halflings and would be happy to hear you out. But I do not mean for us to be an imposition. My friend is very awkward.
It is also not every day that you encounter a blue dragonborn like yourself.
Well, I owe a sizable debt to some kind halflings who once took me under their wing and gave me a vast wealth of knowledge. So at any point that I can, I try very hard to pay that grace forward.
Quite the role reversal. Yeah. I understand the bonds of family. And she'll stop speaking halfling and switch back to common. It's what has brought me here today. And she'll slide over what is a wanted bounty.
Interesting. I'd like to read that wanted bounty.
These perpetrators, they murdered the only family that I've known. Do not bother with the descriptions. They are false. I know them for what they truly are. They're disguising themselves inside of the city. They are from the Black Network. I've seen them change. I've seen them change before my eyes. There's no doubt in my mind that they are doppelgangers. They sulk back into this holy city, walk amongst these people, men of pious nature. I know what they do. They kill and they take whatever they want. This is their guise. If you understand what it's like to lose family, then maybe I could use your help.
I don't reckon that there's a single person among my party, and I gesture at the rest, that doesn't know what it's like to experience loss, especially a family. And if by our actions we can help you, we'd be happy to.
I'll be honest. Just looks down at the reward. I do not care. I do not do this for money. I do this to avenge my grandparents. You can take the reward. I want a vengeance.
Can you tell us any more about how you came to know that these individuals were in this city and walking amongst his doppelgangers? But obviously you saw them change, but
I did not have
anything else?
I did not have the courage at the time. I watched them kill them. I watched my grandparents die. As I hid. My soul know the truth. I saw them change to the true form and then into dock workers. I followed them all the way to this city. And that's where I saw them change. Once again. They walk amongst these people as holy men. They are protected here. Who knows how long they have misrepresented these people? They probably killed them long ago. They will meet their maker here. Whether you help me or not.
Ilkun, you in?
It would be my honor.
I think he speaks for most of us, ma'am.
My name is Rose. You all are staying here? You all are staying here?
Yes.
We have not even been to our rooms yet. We were on our way up to see them.
See,
True, we were about to. Yes, he calls from across the room.
Amatti's got the bags. You're getting side quested. You don't even know.
Amatti's just like by the elevator, like
Sonic foot tapping.
looking around for a Starbucks. Like,
Let us meet this evening then, shall we? That does
Trying to
not
think of that.
sound like someone who is ready to help me.
sorry, I'm trying to remember out of character exactly if we're meeting at midnight and then going to do something, or if we can meet at later in the evening.
You're meeting at first
Wait.
dark.
Yeah. We are otherwise engaged this evening. We can meet you a little bit earlier, perhaps over dinner.
We do not have time.
Are you planning to make a move tonight?
As soon as I find them, I don't care what happens to me. I've made my peace. I didn't stand up for them the first time. I will now. Whether
Rose,
this bounty saves me or not.
we're here to help you. I'll make a recommendation. Why don't we meet over dinner here at 6 o'clock? We'll learn everything you know already about him. Then we'll make a plan to track him down. We're here in the city until our business is done. And our business does begin tonight. So we must give that priority. However, you running off on some quest of vengeance against shapeshifters, getting yourself killed ain't going to help your grandparents in any case.
Roll a persuasion check. Do so flat, since you're not agreeing as their first priority.
Yeah, I understand. 28.
Fine. We meet here for dinner. No later.
All right.
She kind of clenches that bounty with her hands. All right. I'll see you then. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
And with that, as you walk back towards the party, you have signed up the rest of them for a side quest.
And he just, and Amatti goes, I thought you were married. What were you doing?
Listen,
Well,
I
now-
know you guys don't do affiliate quests, but I signed us up for one.
And he goes,
The second one in the
Again.
same day, huh?
Look now, I'm coming out of your shell.
All right.
I finally saw somebody I liked.
That's guys
I
will
said we make our way to
unload
rooms.
all your stuff in your rooms. I will get you guys a fuller map of El Terrell, and you guys can have as much fun here inside the city as you want. Remember, you are on a timeline with the quote-unquote Ark of the Dragon Covenant somewhere inside of this other caravan that is moving on, but you've made good time. So you have enough for a handful of days that are here, but get your homework list of anything that you want to do, you might want to investigate or procure, and we can make it happen,
That's good, thank you.
including whether or not you actually fulfill the side quest or not.
Mm-hmm.
See,
That's where we're going to love you and leave you. We're all going to get some sleep. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for Maristrand and the big bad boss battle. I'll take care of yourselves. They're gonna need it. We'll see you guys next week.
peace out.
Right.